As you may already know, my name's Clare Baker and I'm a former clutterholic and borderline hoarder. I successfully cleared all my clutter over 20 years ago without the need for an expensive home visit, and I've been helping other people around the world do exactly the same ever since, so that they too can know what it's like to live a completely clutter-free life forever. As a result of my own experiences with clutter and having worked with clutterholics around the world for over 20 years, I know that there are many feelings that we have to face if we want to clear our clutter forever. So today I want to talk about one of the feelings we have to face, that of resistance. When we're on our clutter clearing journey, we are guaranteed to feel resistance. Resistance is defined as the refusal to accept or comply with something. Everyone, no exceptions, experiences resistance when they have a clutter challenge. Before people start their 7-step clutter clearing journey, they refuse to accept that they are going to have to make regular time to deal with their clutter. They refuse to accept that there is no quick fix magic wand that's going to deal with their clutter for them. They refuse to accept that they can't do this on their own and that they need regular support and accountability to overcome their giving up habit. Even when we start our clutter clearing journey, resistance doesn't just disappear because we've decided to get help. In step 1 of the 7-step clutter clearing journey, many journey members resist doing a weekly planner. That helps us make time for our clutter clearing journey. Most journey members resist following their weekly planner as well. Countless journey members resist doing their daily check-ins on step 1 because they think they don't apply to them. They believe they've done them enough, or they simply get bored of the repetition. All these types of resistance are signs of impatience and fear. For example, the fear of the change that's going to result from planning their time and making regular time for their clutter clearing journey. Fear of what they're going to learn and realize about their clutter challenge that they've struggled with for so long. Fear of feeling stupid. Fear of actually succeeding after all this time. There are 2 principles that we need to know about and understand if we want to start dealing with our resistance. So the first principle is the principle of cognitive efficiency. Now, when we're on our clutter clearing journey, we experience the principle of cognitive efficiency, which says that people are unlikely to be prepared to make any more effort than they expect it to take to achieve the goal that they are pursuing. So, for example, they are unlikely to be prepared to make any more effort than they expect it to take to clear their clutter and make decisions about the things in their clutter. Consequently, they make decisions based on what they've done before, which means their old habits take control. The second principle is the principle of knowledge accessibility. This says that people usually only use a small amount of the relevant or new knowledge that they have to make realistic decisions. They ignore new information. Instead, they use whatever knowledge, preconceptions, assumptions, biases, or information that comes to mind the quickest and most easily to make decisions. So combine these 2 principles and expect to default to sticking to what you already know, what you've already done, and what feels right to you. However, do so at your peril, because if you resist the way that the clutter clearing journey works, you'll allow the resistance to the new information, the new learning, and the new method that you learn on your journey to fuel your habit of giving up, which we know means that you will never clear your clutter forever. Barbara Stanny has helpfully identified 12 signs that you are experiencing resistance. So see how many of these apply to you. So first, you tell yourself and others that you are too busy to do what you say you want to do. Second, you procrastinate. You say things like, I'll start or I'll do it later when I've done this first. 3, you're scared into inaction. You say things like, but what if? 4th, you defer making decisions to other people. You say things like, you do it, you decide. 5th, you lose interest. You say things like, this is boring, it's not my thing, this isn't working for me, my situation is different. 6th, you're forgetful. You say things like, oh, I meant to, but I forgot. 7th, you're disorganized. You say things like, where did I put that? 8th, you fog up, space out. You say things like, what are you talking about? Oh, I drifted off. 9th, you feel paralyzed. You say things like, I just can't think, I can't focus or get going. 10th, you find reasons not to act. You say things like, I can't because. 11th, you're impatient. You say things like, this is taking way too long. 12th, you keep running into naysayers. They tell you things like, you can't do that, you'll never stick at it, you won't succeed, that's not possible. Just get rid of it all fast. You should give up. This form of resistance is especially dangerous because their belief can become your self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if you do succeed and prove them wrong, your relationship with them may change in a negative way. So how do we deal with resistance? Well, here are 4 ways to start overcoming the resistance. So first, accept it. Resistance is normal when you're clearing your clutter and have stepped outside your comfort zone. It doesn't mean something is wrong. Learn to accept it for what it is, a sign that you are learning, understanding, and changing. In fact, not feeling some resistance is usually a sign that you're not stepping outside your comfort zone and doing the deep learning, understanding, and changing that you need to do to succeed. Second, don't let it fuel your giving up habit. Check how many resistance and how much you're feeling, as it will increase the closer to the panic zone that you get. And we know that when we get too close to the panic zone or step into the panic zone, our habit is to give up. It's a balancing act. You need to have enough resistance to know we are learning, understanding, and changing in a way that will enable us to become completely clutter-free forever, but not experience so much resistance that we give up like we have in the past. If you need to take a temporary pause for a few days to get used to the change that you're feeling, then do. But whatever you do, don't give up. Third, do what you don't want to do. Whatever you don't want to do is exactly what you need to do next. If the room or area that's next on your room order list, which you create at the end of step 3, is one you don't want to clear next, that's the one you need to clear next. Resistance leads to the most significant learning, understanding, change, and breakthroughs. Fourth, make yourself accountable. If you're doing what you're resisting doing, then you're going to need some accountability to make sure you do what you don't want to do, so that you don't end up in the panic zone, and don't give up. Accept that you will experience resistance as you clear your clutter, and you have a choice about whether you let it make you give up or not. If you want to learn how to face the many feelings associated with your clutter and clearing it, click on the link with this video now and start your 7-step journey to your clutter-free